Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Good old Rocky Pod. How we doing?
I'm great,
Good.
Harry.
Good.
Good.
Caleb,
All
where
right.
are
Where am I? I'm in the car.
you? In the
In the
car.
car.
Parts unknown. He's out on my conference.
Got your seatbelt
Where are you,
on?
Matt?
Who?
What you got there in the background? What's
Oh, that's our boy Reed Timmer. Never stop chasing.
what's he chasing?
He's looking at Nico Iamaliava in a tornado. So that's
Finger
what we
of
got,
God.
boys. We got us a tornado on campus.
Is that what you're saying, Matt? We got the finger of God out there.
Oh, I mean,
5-star
It's-
twister.
finally feels good to have a quarterback that we all think's going to be good and then comes in and actually looks like he's going to be damn good.
I wish you could. I wish for the first week you needed to edit that and read Timmer saying it's just Chattanooga.
Probably
Right.
I can find a stream of him saying it, but yeah, Tennessee played Chattanooga. It was final 69-3. Good game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thoughts on the game?
We won.
We won.
Football's fun again. I don't,
Yes. Big takeaway, but not the most important one.
which is what?
John Adams said it, and I've been thinking a good bit about
Adams National Sentinel.
it. You know, Tony.
Wow, Coach
I've been-
Richard. Wow.
Sorry, Chris.
No, it was perfect. Tony, I think that it was the best Tennessee home opener I've seen in the years I've watched football. I mean, we beat Western Kentucky once 70-3 in Kiffin's first year. But yeah, I cannot remember being more energized by what I saw play out. Like those passes initially. I mean, throughout the time he was playing, those would have been complete against anyone.
It was actually 63-7, Chris.
63-7.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. I was like, I don't remember that, but
Check the facts.
See, we're getting
what do you
old.
say, Tony?
I feel like the same too. Just everybody's saying, "Oh, it was just against Chattanooga," but like even if they were just running open routes on air, I was excited that that's the first time I've seen a Tennessee quarterback in my lifetime of like actually watching and knowing what I'm watching, where the quarterback is hitting them dead on stride, and they're not even that they're in stride, but they're not even moving their hands like back, front, like it is like the perfect ball. Like
I
the ball
know.
is literally hitting them right in the hands as they're striding.
I kind of felt like some of his throws were a little high, but they weren't like high to where receivers just had to reach up and catch it pretty much. Like it wasn't
The
like
what?
But
you had to
like that,
jump and
it was like almost a high point drill at times, but it was perfect. Like
Well, yeah. Some of the ones that were high because they had to be high.
yeah.
It was like
To get over the linebackers, but it was still the perfect throw. I mean,
The first was it the first touchdown over the middle where we scored in 2 plays to Thornton. He kind of
no. First drive was longer.
oh yeah,
Second, yeah.
oh yeah. The Caleb was like, this isn't fun. I need some fun here. Normally, you're the one that likes a good deliberate drive, but it was nice to see a good deliberate drive, and then they then they decided to open the 64 color Crayola box and go, this one, bah, this, bah.
I'll say the difference in quarterback play, like that game just showed like how he had the training wheels on last season for like a 5th-year senior guy. Like I mean, we couldn't throw over the middle. We couldn't throw a deep ball without it being 15 yards over the guy's head. Like, I mean, it was just nice to be able to actually run the offense again. I really liked that.
It was like a rechristening of the field.
Yes.
Really.
Preserved by Nico.
Should we should talk to the lawyers about that one? Let's see if we can get that one patented. Marked.
So who are our picks to click?
Oh God, I've been thinking about it.
Let's see who got it right the most. Chris, who'd you have? I forgot.
Wasn't it Caleb Webb?
2 for 19. All right.
2 for 19. Okay.
Caleb, you had Dante Thornton, right?
I had Dante Thornton, yeah.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty good.
Kyle, what'd you have?
Brazel.
He looks
Was
good. I mean,
Yeah. 5 for 59. Yeah. Caleb, 3 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Mine, Ethan Davis, 2 for 20 and a touchdown. So
I was very happy for you, Matt, and for all of us.
But yeah.
Didn't Brazel have the catch that was like Nico runs to about 3 inches before going out of bounds and hits Brazel, who is similarly about 3 inches from the sideline for like 8 yards?
Like the first play of the game?
I remember some. We obviously should have went back and watched, but there was the play I remember most besides the touchdowns, where it was one where it was a tough 8 yards to get, but there was basically no room left on the sideline. He used every inch and just threaded it. No memory of that.
Well, I just remember like Brazel catching the first pass of the game, and he was like, as he was going out of bounds for 8 yards or so.
It's still early. We'll get all these receivers intuitively in.
Samson, I thought Samson looked great. Yeah, I'm not too worried about our running backs. I think as I know last week I brought up that I was a little worried about our depth there, but I think they're all pretty serviceable.
I thought he was more than serviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everything. Is there anything in the Chattanooga game when you talk about outside of Nico was awesome for her first half?
I think just
This is a whole other side of the ball.
I say we didn't get as much pressure as I expected.
yeah. I saw that. Didn't Pierce only play like 10 snaps or something?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, fine with that.
I truly don't remember seeing him on the field. I saw tweets about he's getting chipped and double teamed and whatnot. Okay. But yeah, I was kind of with the pressure. Except for what, Tyree West?
Yeah.
He was our only sack.
Our only sack, yeah.
What about our offensive line? I thought they were getting a little too much pressure.
The only thing I noticed was twice Lance Hurd just completely whiffed on a guy and nearly got Nico killed.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if. I mean, I hope it doesn't get worse, and I hope that's not an issue. But maybe we just had mismatches with pass coverage or something. But I really hope that doesn't show up against NC State.
Well, if NC State is calling their first 3 quarters of what they went through with Western Carolina rust, if that's our rust, then okay, fine. My eyes did not pick up a ton of, besides what Caleb talked about, beyond that, a ton of offensive line deficiency. Everything looked incredibly smooth and as high a level for the opponent considering as I've seen in a football game we played in a while.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, we got 6 minutes of talk about our first game of the season.
I will say there's one thing that scared me though was, I don't know if you guys saw it, it's real quick, but there's one time where Nico passed an incomplete pass, but it was because he had like a blind side almost sack behind him, and he got rolled up really bad. And I saw our season like end right there. But thankfully, he just got up and nothing was wrong. But it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I mean,
He
I
got
hope that.
he got rolled up pretty bad.
Gosh, I'm scared now. I don't want to think of that.
Yeah, no, that.
I'll go back. I'll go back and find it and send it to you, I guess.
So
All right.
none of us went back and watched anything, any clips or highlights or whatever.
I mean, I watched all the like national analysts like, "Oh, Vols, you got a great quarterback. That's the best 5-star quarterback
that was
I've
kinda
ever
wild.
seen." Like
That
it's
was
like,
wild
Chattanooga.
to me.
Like, come on.
Yeah, you're right. It was Chattanooga. Like, I can't believe how I don't know if they're overreacting, because I do think Nico is that good, but like it's almost like, okay, he had a good game, so now they have permission to say he's good, whereas it felt like only a handful of people were saying it beforehand.
Right. Mickey Mouse from ESPN. Okay, guys, go.
Oh boy.
Oh boy,
I mean,
that guy. It was weird that it was Aaron Murray and David Pollock, the Georgia people, just like specifically singling him out.
And then on
you
top
see
of that, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer today was
What? Tell me more. I didn't see that.
Oh, Urban Meyer just gushed over him on a podcast and was like, "Yeah, I was watching the game and I texted and called like all these people that that's on the panel with him on Big Noon Kickoff or whatever." And he's like, "I told them to watch him, and that dude is scary good and like a missile coming out of his arm and blah blah blah. Like he's a top 10 pick and Tennessee's a playoff team."
Yeah,
Good.
these are
Yes.
the analysts have been saying words I haven't heard for a time, like lethal and such.
Love it.
But we got to get our nose back down to the grindstone. Matt, you were doing it. Lead us forward.
Speaking of forward, we have another game this Saturday, 7:30 ABC, NC State. Discuss. Go.
Such a
I'm
boring.
pretty confident.
I was a little nervous, but after watching their Western Carolina game, I'm less nervous, if not slightly confident, I guess.
I do think just at the end of the day, we have better players than they do.
Yeah.
And like
There you go.
they're pretty good. Dave Doran is pretty good. They're fine,
Yeah.
but they should not beat us.
They feel like a Big Ten team to me. Like they just have this kind of a very blue collar feel to them, because Dave Doran he feels like a Subway sandwich and 3 cups of coffee in the morning kind of guy.
What kind of sub is he getting?
I don't know, his meatball.
Okay, yeah.
Meatball,
Not a
extra
topic yet.
sauce. Doesn't like Parmesan cheese, but he'll get
With some of
Oh,
that
yeah.
sweet onion sauce on there.
put a little of that and some extra pickles. Yeah. That's it. You want the foot long? Hell yeah, I want the foot long.
Yeah, a cup of olives. Then he hands him like a 20-ounce cup of from like a drink machine. I think the only thing I'm honestly worried about is if it's a close game. Grayson McCall, he's just a veteran. He's experienced. That Concepcion guy,
Yep.
a little worried about him. Just those 2 threats, but yeah, I think we'll take care of it. I hope convincingly as well.
Yeah, I think I'm almost scared that how confident I am about it. But I mean, I heard somebody said it today on a radio show, but like Western Kentucky versus NC State had 9 tackles for losses. So if Western Kentucky has 9 tackle for losses against NC State, like we should have at least that or more.
Please, Kyle, give the guys from Cullowhee their respect in Western Carolina.
Yeah,
No.
Western Kentucky was getting demolished by Alabama.
Yeah, that was a bad. Yeah.
This is a hard hitting factual podcast, Kyle. We can't be making mistakes like that.
I don't care.
Gentlemen. No, I hate to say how like that if these score predictions that I keep seeing like 38-28 or 35-21 type scores, if those that's what happens, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not just gonna be worried. I'm gonna be pissed if it's something like
Chris.
that.
Yeah.
I want to destroy these people.
Well, I also
59-17 or we riot.
Yes. I think
please
that
put me
it's
down as wanting to destroy them, but
yes, but I think that it's well,
Mr.
like
Fun over here.
so within our capability that it should happen.
Yeah.
They looked like crap for
but
three.
they might not be crap. They might have just been
They
crap
might
for one
not.
game.
True. I mean, but just meshing the two games together. If we're not 3 scores better than this team, it just makes me feel even more tight about the Oklahoma game.
Oh my gosh!
I
Here we
think
go again.
I think for me, the way I'm thinking about it is like not even just thinking about us, not even thinking about NC State. I think I'm prepared to say, go ahead and sign me up every game this season for 42 points. You know, like Tennessee's going to roll in, get 42 points, and then and the other team get that many points. And I don't think NC State will.
Yes.
I mean, I think we're gonna win.
That's what I'm saying.
If we win by 10, I will be thrilled.
Is that what you bet on? 10?
No, I haven't, but can't
I'll
bet
be-
parts unknown.
I'm
This is
almost
true.
certainly going to get expectations recalibrated after this one in some way. They're
Or
either
they
going to
just go crazy.
Ugh. Thank you.
Just let's talk about this for a second. What would it feel like coming out of Saturday if it is like a 56-10 or like a 42-13 or something like that?
We went 1-0 this week on to Kent State.
Yeah, right.
Keep forgetting we play Kent State after that. I want to jump into it.
I just yeah.
Go straight into the heart of the SEC.
Because we are like the prime time, like we are that game of that time window. So all the eyes are going to be on us. So if Nico has a crazy game, it's just going to make Oklahoma go nut. That like game day will probably commit to Oklahoma on Saturday night.
I think they'll be there regardless with it
Yeah.
being OU's first conference. But you said it there. This is like prime time. This is the game Saturday night. Got the
We got Fowler
A
and Herbie.
crew. Yeah. And who's their sideline?
So-
Holly Rowe?
Holly Rowe.
Oh.
Herbie's dog going to be there? Do we know?
Oh, you know it. You know
Why
it.
is everybody on Ben?
Getting the
More
kicking tee.
on Kirby.
When's Kirby going to move down to the sideline reporter just so his dog can go get the kicking tee? Get his exercise in.
I think the point of the dog being there is that I don't think he can do things like that anymore.
Are
Kirk's
his
just
kids
got him.
just too old now? They don't want to like, shut up, Dad. Don't stop talking about college football. Like,
They're college kids now.
it's more about him because he said I don't think he called it like an emotional support dog, but he's like I need something on the road with me all the
oh,
time.
I'm so sad. I'd travel and make all this money doing nothing. I gotta have a dog. Come on.
I mean,
You don't know the
No
road
offense.
we're walking.
No, I had to move my family to Nashville because Buckeye fans are so mean.
They
Quit
are
being mean,
very.
Buckeye fans.
Leave Kirk alone.
But yeah, I mean, this is a big spot. If we can destroy this team, I mean, we set up for a Nico Heisman run, hopefully.
I mean, that honestly for me, that's my goal coming out of the game. If there is not a loud and overwhelming start to a Nico Heisman campaign after this one, then okay, I'll adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
But but I will be yeah, no. I don't know.
That's more
So
where my nerves are now. Is that I'm not nervous that we might lose. I think I'm nervous that it won't be enough to propel our talk to like potential playoff, potential Heisman, all these other things. Like I want that. I don't want to win like,
That
Max
stuff don't
Gilbert
matter.
kicked a field goal and Tennessee won by 1 point. I don't want that. Can't have it.
Yeah. I think
A
a
win
close,
is not a
I
win
think a
anymore.
close win will it won't count like a loss, but I think it'll be disappointing.
Yeah.
It'll be fine, guys. Think about 2022, where we probably would have made the playoff under the current format. What was our second game that season? What happened?
Pitt?
It was Pitt.
Hit
But
overtime win, right?
we were ranked lower than they were, and we had not won that game in so long. That kind of game.
Point being, that doesn't mean if this is a close game that we suck or that we're not going to make the playoff or that Nico's not going to win the Heisman.
Yes.
But we weren't
Point-
convinced after that game.
Yes, I thought.
You don't have to
okay,
be convinced after
I
two
want
games.
to be convinced. I know I don't have to, but I
Nice,
want to.
but you guys, I just don't want you guys coming on here next week. We win by 3, grouching around. Just take the win. Be happy.
Oh, that's gonna happen for sure.
great content. There is nothing better than me and Matt being grouchy. God.
I honestly think we're gonna win by like 17 plus.
All right, you want to do a score prediction and what did we call it last week? Pick to click.
Sure. Yes.
Are we doing weekly picks to click this year? I was thinking season long, but we can
Well, I
do
guess we're only 23 minutes in. We got to do something.
that. Well, we got a
This is a very low
66.
energy podcast.
We're just hitting our stride.
As someone who picked Caleb Webb, I'm not abandoning him yet, but yes, I think that's a nice, real good player. Still like him.
I do. I
Who
like
wants
all
to
the
start?
receivers. All right.
All right,
Who
my
wants
pick to click is Squirrel. Can I go Squirrel White, or is he too good to be pick to click?
Too good. Squirrel's one of those guys that I get it. He has potential, but I don't know.
I don't think
He's
he's
never
ever
done it for
but
me.
this is-
Yeah. I hope he.
Well, that's why he's my pick to click for this
All
game.
right. Good pick. Good pick. What score you got?
Oh, I'll leave 42 for Kyle. How about 40, 45, 35?
It's just disgusting.
Is that where you're headed? Oh!
Oh no, not a cover.
Who wants to go next? Chris or Kyle?
What you think, Kyle? I'm still thinking.
I'll go 48 to 23.
And who's your pick to click?
I'm gonna go with Dylan Sampson.
All right.
Just because they have 3 linemen that are going to be rushing us, and we're just going to run it. I think we're going to run a whole lot more than we're going to throw.
I hope so. I hope it's for a lot. Chris?
Adam,
I thought you were
allowed?
frozen.
No, frozen in thought. am I allowed to steal your former pick to click?
Sure.
Because I like that guy. He looked good. He looked good everywhere. Ethan Davis, for sure.
Davis. All right.
I think he'll have a nice game. And 44-17.
Ooh, that's a nice score.
You know, Bino, they brought this Holden Stays in from Notre Dame, and they don't like him. They like this Ethan Davis a whole lot better. They don't Holden Stays guy. They're going to bring him in every now and then just to let him block. But catching those passes, that's going to be Ethan Davis. Tony's been saying that for like 3 weeks.
Didn't Stays? What did Stays do?
He had a couple of nice catches.
Yeah,
No, we're not throwing that guy out yet.
Tony said the coaching staff already has.
My pick to click. I'm gonna go defense, and I'm gonna say. Do I want to say Arian Carter? Wait, what was it?
Aion
Carter. Or
nonsense.
I kind of want to say Pierce just because he didn't do anything, but I feel like it's cheap.
It's a good week for him.
Actually, I'm gonna say.
Why don't you go with Nico, Matt?
Well, I hope he clicks. I'm gonna say Bryson Eason. I'm gonna say that guy's gonna have 1.5 sacks and gonna have a great game. A couple tackles for loss.
I mean, a couple of y'all should have Gaston Moore as your pick to click.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, something to click. I don't know. Did you see that rundown that Leacock had on that interception?
Nice.
Incredible. Yeah. Incredible. Love it. And my score? Beautiful score. One of the best scores in all of football. 59-17. That's a nice
I would
score.
not consider that to be.
What's your favorite score?
Well, I just don't think 59 is a classic football score. But
8 touchdowns and a field goal?
It is. No, I agree with you, Matt. Like 59 is an ass-kicking score.
It's just a good score. I think all
just,
60 scores are ugly. Like 62,
44-17 is a great score.
44-17 is good. That's a good score.
44-17 is, yeah. I picked it. Yeah.
6 touchdowns and a safety, or a missed extra point and a field goal. What are we talking here?
Yeah, like some weird stuff happens. It's the second game. It's like something you don't expect. Yeah. 24 plus 20.
All right. Any more NC State talk before we go more broad college football?
I mean, how many games have we had where in the past where your main threat is a kind of do everything jitterbug type of player? We got you. That Concepcion was the only guy that even remotely caught your eye in the first game. Feels like if you limit him, you limit NC State.
Who was that guy for South Carolina a couple years ago, 3 years ago?
Juice Wells?
Rico Dowdle.
I don't know. Maybe Juice Wells.
Xavier
Connor Stallions?
Yeah, Xavier Legette.
Man.
Anyway.
My
final thought on NC State is I think we're going to come out of this game. Of course, we're going to be happy with our offense, but I think we're going to be really being like, hey, our defense actually killed it too.
I'm really excited about our defense.
That was my big takeaway coming out of the Pitt game in 2022, and I hope that that's the same here, in addition to some offensive fireworks.
I guess we didn't really talk about our new secondary, but I think one of the early things that stood out for me, it was Jalen McMurray, I think the guy from Temple. He was like 4 or 5 yards from a guy that caught a pass and like just closed on that dude like a bullet. Like, it was incredible. So I love to see that hustle. I don't think we would have seen that with last year's secondary.
Hustle seems like it will be at a premium given that we don't turn around our heads to see what the ball is doing.
Man, I'm so sick of defenders. That LSU USC game where it was like a pass interference every other pass, and it was just like a defensive back like clearly committing interference and then just immediately getting up and like throwing his hands out like, yeah. I'm so sick of that. Like, can we just stop?
I agree with you, Matt, and I put it in the chat, and then someone clotheslined me with something along the lines of, "We are anti-banning." We are. No, we should take the opposite tack. It should be a mandated part of the game.
Yeah,
Or it should
my
just be-
opinion was just that it's whatever, Stockholm syndrome or whatever at this point for me. It's so common that I just kind of like it because it's a part of football.
It is weird to see like celebrations kind of enter the college game, because before, like, you couldn't do anything, like you barely clap your hands, but I mean now you can pretty much do everything, except for that LSU wide receiver that like did like the fake shooting thing. Like, what are you doing, dude?
He was channeling his inner Riedel Anthony. You don't remember
All right.
Riedel Anthony doing that?
I don't.
Don't remember the 90s Gators? Ugh. The pendulum swings to the 80s Miami Hurricanes, and then to let's throw a penalty flag for waving your hand as you're going in the end zone. It seems like it's at an okay spot right now. Seems like we've all got distracted by something.
Yeah, I was watching the game.
Let's go around the
Let's,
room and say what?
Let's discuss most impressive teams from week 1 that aren't us.
What the hell is that sound?
You say
Okie doke.
unimpressive or impressive?
Tennessee.
Most impressive. I'm going to laugh about Florida State for a second if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Georgia for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate that I'm going to say this, but probably Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who'd they play?
I
Like
like
Furman?
Furman.
Oh.
The 8th or the 9th ranked FCS team while we played the 8th, so we had the tougher opponent.
Yeah.
Couldn't put 400 and something yards passing in the first half on them.
I'm just thinking, like, outside of Tennessee, I was only kind of semi-impressed with 2 other teams maybe, and that was Penn State and Ole Miss. The other, I was kind of slightly disappointed in everybody else.
I liked Miami.
Yeah. I think Florida just sucks though.
Yeah, that's like I like what I saw from Miami, but I think we're gonna find out it's more about Florida sucking.
Arkansas, maybe they were pretty
Yeah.
good. I tell you what,
Yes.
really, like, just Alabama, like,
I know.
It was
Western Kentucky.
distressing.
not an absolutely terrible team. Should have been able to score at least and just get blanked and destroyed, dominated. Like 145 yards of offense, gave up 600. Like, yeah, was hoping Bama would take a little bit of step back, but doesn't look like that. Who they got? Oh, they got
Give 'em-
USF this week. See if Golish can
Go, go.
get them this year.
Go. Been trying to tell my USF friends, just you got a good one. He might be the key to our offense. We don't know for 100% on that fact, but no, love that guy. Hope they do something. Alabama looked like a monster, but Georgia, it is Arkansas though. Thank you for saying it, Matt. Like Arkansas, you couldn't have like a gun to their head. They couldn't have got 10 touchdowns and 10 drives in the last decade.
No, yeah.
The trip to Fayetteville is one that I've been worried about since the schedule came out.
I don't know. Talk about it when we get there.
When we get there, yes. But Arkansas, yeah.
Hey, you'll see about Arkansas this week too versus Oklahoma State.
Oh.
That will be- That's a, yeah, what's your quad box games?
There's not
That's
that many
numero-
good games.
Terrible.
True. I'm looking
Michigan,
forward.
Texas.
Who do you want to win that one?
Michigan, I think, would be the funnier thing.
It would be the tactically. Yes. Be a tactically good result.
I just feel like
But,
everyone's anointed Texas as like whatever, second in the SEC, second or third SEC, like national title contender.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm rooting for. I hope Michigan wins on that one.
Agreed.
Yes. Although
But
it would be kind of like, on the other hand, my silver lining when what's actually going to happens is that Michigan is firmly pushed off the top
Right.
of college football, barreling down the side of the hill, taking lots of things with it. I'm glad to see them go.
I mean, their coach doesn't even have a contract.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right now he's coaching with not. He doesn't have a signed contract right now, and none of the assistant coaches do either.
Hey, that's
You know-
good. I want guys that love ball.
I had to say, we'd bring that
Paid.
up. Tony, that passion, Tony.
He made a statement today saying, "Well, they know we're committed to them, and they're committed to us." Okay.
There you go.
Sounds like a lot of trust.
Another thing from week 1, Oregon. What the heck? 24-14 over Idaho?
Just hilarious.
I mean, goodness. You get almost 500 yards of offense and you score 24 points? A little concerning. Big Ten
Maybe the-
wide open.
Maybe the Vandals are a. All it took was them going back. Are they back in FCS now? They were like one of the worst D1
Big
teams.
Sky.
Oh yeah. They went back to their real home and they found their confidence again, like Simba, or something. I don't know.
All right, 30 seconds. Side note here, or sidebar, is Clemson for sure done now?
define
Yeah.
done. I mean, they're not going to win another title, but
I mean, it's like they're basically on the road to like having to fire him and restart, right? Not that they're going to fire him this year, but
it'll
no-
take a while.
yeah,
In that conference,
still
they,
have-
can win it.
like they're just going to they're going to consistently descend from here.
I mean,
It's
they've
like,
been on the
Phil-
descent for a while.
I say they have the 2003 Tennessee football season. That's
Yeah,
where they
they'll-
are on the Fulmer train of life.
They'll probably tick up a couple years like Fulmer did,
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah. That Dabo ain't going anywhere. He has too much equity in the place, and they're gonna believe in him until they lose to Wyoming, and then we will laugh and we will enjoy that and have our program back.
Were any
All
of
right.
y'all there for that game? The Wyoming
Yeah.
game?
nope.
Mm.
I was taking a nap.
All right,
What?
another 30-second sidebar. Will Sunbelt Billy be the coach when they come into town?
Oh, God, I hope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
so.
hope so.
yeah. I mean, people usually don't get fired that early, regardless of what's happening.
Here's
You
the thing.
guys-
They play what, Sanford this week, right? And then
think so,
every
yeah.
game up into us, they could lose. Like they can come, they
And
can come.
have the worst schedule.
Like they're the underdogs the rest of the season outside of this weekend.
Rest
one
assured.
thing that scares me is Mertz is hurt, so I guess Lagway is going to be starting.
Yeah,
Rest
they announced that today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
rest-
want.
Sure.
Yeah, don't want him to get experience before they come here.
Well, they saw a tweet today. It was confirmed he's playing the rest of the way.
Oh, okay.
Agway
So they
will
got-
be quarterback in Knoxville.
Oh, what in the world just happened? Sanford, A&M. I think Mississippi State. Oh, okay. That's whatever.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You looking at
yeah.
the
I mean, they they could lose to A&M, Mississippi State, or they could also beat them. I mean,
And they play
watch A&M
UCF
play.
before they come here. I couldn't watch that game. I knew what it was going to be, and it was what I thought it would be. Just hideous.
I loved watching the floor, like what Mertz throws a pick, and the Gator right tackle is just kind of guys going down the left sideline. He just kind of like not even trying. Like
Did you see
just
after the game the Miami players like talking to the recruits? That was the funniest thing. And then the little recruiting worker was like, "Go, get to the locker room, go."
Then
Oh,
apparently, Billy got in a fight with the Gator mascot in the tunnel.
man.
It could just
the
be
water
fake.
bottle too.
Oh my god!
So,
God, we have to.
Dasani's the worst brand of water, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have opinions, but okay.
Okay, come on now.
Cumberland Gap
Hey, that's good water.
tastes like. Somehow it's the only water that makes my mouth drier.
What?
I don't know. But
Oh.
Dasani.
About
Infallible Justin Tucker just missed a field goal.
Eternal.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I
wasted a
forgot
draft
about
pick on this
fantasy
guy.
football.
You had all night.
Let's all discuss our fantasy football rosters. That
I
will
don't have
engage the
anybody.
listener.
I don't have anybody in tonight, so.
Who else was fun? Who else was fun?
I mean, USC was kind of
That
hit
was
or
a little
miss, but I
surprising.
thought that quarterback looked quite good. That they had.
Yeah.
Dormos.
Yeah.
I think LSU just is not good.
I
I
don't think
give
that.
Brian Kelly 2-3 years there max.
Um,
Well, maybe, but LSU will be fine.
I mean, unless they can get a quarterback like Jaden Daniels in the portal, like that fan base, they'll eat him alive.
How about
Oh.
not being the worst team in the SEC?
Thank you. I was about to bring up Vanderbilt.
Good. Wow, very
Who
good.
is the worst team in the SEC?
South Carolina.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
Ah.
that didn't take long.
Yeah, that's the.
Mississippi State, maybe? Who'd they play? No, they won.
They looked pretty. I thought
Yet
they looked
again.
pretty good.
South
team.
Carolina.
Team Mississippi State upgraded offensively, and now they're just.
Did you see that post-game
Get up,
interview
let's-
with Shane Beamer? Where he's like,
Yeah.
giving his, and then he just like turns and it looks like he's just completely dead inside. Oh man!
How about
That's
I hope they
Sunbelt
don't
Billy
fire
couldn't
him.
open the water bottle in his press conference?
Yeah.
That was the best.
And then Brian Kelly getting mad at his press conference.
He made
Talking
that
about
water
the same things.
bottle flew up so beautifully. Smacked his head down.
I didn't realize Arkansas played Oklahoma State. That's a great game. There's some good games in the SEC this week.
Call it a sneaky good weekend.
Yeah, Tennessee, NC State, Texas, Michigan, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. I'm excited for South Carolina, Kentucky. I want to see those two ugly teams.
You're excited.
I'm excited. Like, just ugly
that's a-
football.
Appointment view. You do love ugly football, that's
I
for
love
sure.
Cal Auburn. Did you guys see in the Auburn game that in the second half, both teams agreed to play 10-minute quarters?
Yeah. I
I've
think
never
Arkansas
heard
did
of
it
that.
too.
Oh, did they? It might have been
Arkansas
Arkansas.
did.
I think
It was
both did,
Arkansas.
but
I'd
I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I don't like put your backups in. Like, just run the damn ball.
Don't want to get them kids hurt, Matt.
Oh, Mahomes threw an interception to start the 2-minute drive.
Oh, no.
Coach Jason Brown's out there, ha ha ha.
What was Taylor's reaction? They show it yet?
She
Oh,
broke
that's
up with him.
Question,
Aw.
Matt.
Mississippi State, Arizona State, 10:30 Eastern. Oh, man.
Fun.
I
fun.
hope I see like kickoff of that game and then pass out. Oh, beautiful.
That'll be Basilio on the phone and late night watching Mississippi State doing what?
Get a lot of this game, Bry. Like, what the hell, Bry? Hey, Tone, Arizona State just cooked a field goal. It's 10-7.
Sun Devils, Bozolio.
Hey, Cattleman, if anybody knows him, get us in touch. We need a fifth.
Yeah.
Get him on the pod.
Please. Legend.
Would love to put a face to a name.
You know, Mickey, I just don't think Pat Summitt's any good at all.
Now, Cattleman. Dadgummit.
Oh, man.
Is he the
Go ahead.
niche area of Tennessee radio fandom? He's like the tippity top of that, right?
He's
Not your everyday caller, but he's
his old school calls to 99.1 where they would let him talk, and he would just write. Like, I remember John Wilkerson used to just get so mad at him. Like, he's like, well, John, you're sitting here saying that this team ain't any good and they're not going to score any points. No, that's not what I'm saying. And just, gosh, he would just get so riled up at him. Like, I really wish there was, like, some way to go back and listen to those, because he just the most amazing troll. And, oh, man, love me some Cattleman.
I mean, getting banned from just the regular talk shows in Knoxville. yeah, that guy.
I mean, you had the smart ones like Josh Ward, and Jimmy Hyams was surprisingly good, but the ones that just wouldn't take the bait. But every other person on 99.1 back then would just. Him and Mickey Dearstone had the greatest women's basketball arguments. Like, oh man, peak radio.
Yeah,
we need
never see it again. Yes.
Now that all the good callers have R.I.P. in peace, passed away, but we need a savior.
It is time. It feels like a new era, and it feels like someone really needs to rise to the top. And I'd love to see Cattleman more.
Yeah.
Someone is.
It's about time for Matt from Halls to step up to the plate.
Oh no.
Mm.
Too much anxiety.
Gotta come out of retirement, old buddy.
I gotta meet Tony. Well, I got his number, so should I call him right now? Add him to the call. He probably hate us.
Ding, 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 ding.
What other games are good this week?
I don't know, Matt.
Most prepared podcast.
I think Caleb's done.
You have the car on, Caleb?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Blank?
say. Hey, Google. Did I get it? Yeah, there's not that many good games, are there?
Look,
all right, final thoughts.
Our jinx is real.
No. Well, no. I want an apology from you then, Caleb. Well, we didn't talk about Butch Jones almost losing to Central Arkansas. I guess, didn't they, what conference are they in? Sun Belt?
Sun Belt.
They come out and say that, I guess, technically they probably should have lost. Well, they would have had another shot, but incorrect call.
I don't know how you admit to that. Like, it's just
that was
ruined.
Because it looked like a catch. Like, I don't get that. But,
I don't suppose you saw Butch's press conference that his quarterback was over there. Yeah, whatever. Said it was a catch, and Butch Jones is in the back going, it was always a catch. It's absolutely a catch.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I hate thinking. Oh, Colorado, Nebraska. That's a good game. 7:30 NBC.
that is going to be a bloodletting, and we are going to laugh.
I'll tell you a sneaky one. Oregon, Boise State. What,
Yeah.
Caleb? You're
Have
Mr.
they-
College football
Like
over
that?
here. Mr.
Who
Oh,
else is playing?
there's not enough good games on
Who's
Quad
Kansas
Box.
playing, Matt? Who's Kansas playing?
Let me find it here. Illinois.
Ooh,
Sneaky
that's
good game.
That's
You
kinda
knew
fun.
that, though. You've got that game penciled in. Let me just pull up the pin chat here on this little chart that nobody can read. All right, final thoughts.
We're going to win.
Okay.
Next week is gonna be a better podcast
Oh, well,
because
you
we're
better
gonna win
hope.
big.
I hope so. We'll send you back to South
I'll
Carolina.
be back. I'll be back in parts known.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, we need to win big.
Mm-hmm.
I want this thing to be special.
Yep. All right, we're winning bigly. Bye-bye.